Hello and welcome everyone to tonight's webinar, How to Trade Wheat Using Binary Options, presented by myself, Phil Carr, and Nick Kelsey at the Gold and Silver Club. So maybe evening or afternoon or morning for yourselves, wherever you are joining us in the world today. We've got lots to cover on tonight's webinar. And what we'll be looking at during the live session, we'll have a look at how to make money from trading wheat and the commodities. We'll be using fixed odds trading for maximum profits. We'll be live trading using our precision trading setups. We'll be identifying potential trade setups and, of course, answering any questions you may have on today's call as well. So why we trade commodities here at the Gold and Silver Club? Commodities, quite simply, have made us the most money in the fastest time. You can make money really regardless of whether the price of commodities go up, down, or sideways. You can make money from a low deposit. All the money you make on binary.com is, of course, 100% tax-free, and you can make money, as I'm sure you know, from any time and from anywhere in the world that suits you. And commodities are a very lucrative market for us to be trading, particularly this year, and I'll talk you through that very shortly. So my name is Phil Carr, professional trader, and speaker. If you've not been on our weekly commodities corner before, if it's your first time to one of our webinars, welcome. And for everybody who is rejoining us, great to see you back here. So I'm the co-founder and director of the Gold and Silver Club. I specialize in teaching people how to trade money from trading the most lucrative financial markets in the world, so gold, silver, oil, commodity currencies. We'll look at wheat today, at coffee. I've trained thousands of individuals to become independent traders and successfully manage their own investment portfolio. I'm responsible for the research and development of the Gold and Silver Club trademark strategies that have a proven track record of generating returns for traders. Also a regular contributor to a number of financial publications, speak at numerous trading seminars, webinars and workshops. Joining me in running the Gold and Silver Club is Nick Kelsey, professional trader, investment analyst and speaker. Nick began his career within private wealth management in 2002 before making the transition into proprietary trading. And prior to co-founding the Gold and Silver Club, spent over 5 years coaching professional fund managers and traders internationally for some of the world's top-tier hedge funds and investment banks, and through his first-hand relationship with some of the world's most successful traders, discovered the formula, mindset, and tools that give any individual the definitive edge to trade in any economy, and also regularly writes for a number of global business and financial publications. We've appeared frequently on financial TV. In fact, we were on Reuters just earlier on today. So we'll move over to the main core of today's session. So how to trade wheat. So this is what we'll be looking at today. Wheat's been an incredible market in 2014 alongside corn and coffee. We've seen explosive moves to the upside in these markets. So why trade wheat? Okay, a few reasons. The temperature, the precipitation, and the changing need of customers all contribute to the supply and demand for commodities like wheat, corn, soybeans. All these changes greatly affect the price of commodities, creating highly lucrative trading opportunities. The advantage of trading the grains, well, I'll show you very simply how we can do that using binary.com by the sectors now. Because grain is tangible commodity, the grain market has a number of unique qualities. So first, when compared to any other complexes like the energies, grains have a lower margin, making them easily accessible for retail traders. The fundamentals in grains are also fairly straightforward. Like most tangible commodities, supply and demand will determine the price. So weather factors will also have an effect on prices, as we've seen with recent poor weather conditions in the US, which sent grain price soaring. The most active months for delivery of wheat, according to volumes and open interest, are March, May, July, September, and December. So wheat is a fairly volatile market with big daily ranges, making it ideal for day traders. We also see similar news coming through, which also affects the corn market as well. We actually had news come through just this afternoon. We saw a big move up in corn. Corn futures advanced today for a second consecutive session as rain effects. They delayed the planting prices, up 1.2% to 5.02 a bushel. So what has happened there is that essentially the markets are firmer as cooler and wetter weather in the central United States stalled planting of the crops in the Western Corn Belt. And this has affected, we've seen a nice big surge up in corn today. I'll show you the move that we've got in wheat today. We've got a really nice breakout today on coffee as well, which we can take a look at. There's quite a lot of good setups for us to take a look at. I just put on here, this is the 30-year seasonal chart for wheat. What you'll note here at the beginning of the month and right through to the end of the month, April is typically a strong month for wheat. It's been a strong month for corn, for wheat, for coffee, and we'll talk you through that. But you can see here, you get a nice spike in April to the upside. Overall, during the summer months, we can see during the spring, the spring and summer months, this is where, a little bit similar to gold in this respect, this is where we can see a bit of a pullback, a little bit more weakness in the wheat markets, and then we typically see stronger moves again towards the end of the year. So particularly on binary, where you can take trades over longer periods of time, these are the sort of trades you can be in a swing trade. The swing trade is defined as any trade that you're in more than 24 hours. And you can be in these sort of trades work very well for swing trades based on seasonality, based on weather conditions. This is worth noting. So this seasonality chart, 30-year seasonality chart on wheat. So in summary, we tend to start fairly strong in the year. April is a good month, get a pullback in March, but April is a strong month. We then start to see, they say actually in the commodities, sell in May and go away. So it's quite common for us to see weakness over the commodities in May. May start to see that towards the beginning of May, which is going to be, it's about 9 or 10 days away. And that's what we could see in May. And then typically in the summer months, we see weakness, and then we start to rocket again during the latter part of the year, October, November, December. So let's just break that down for you into recent seasonality. So here we've got wheat going back into 2006, and you can see pretty much every year we get a nice move to the upside on the wheat chart. So you've got a monthly chart here. This is where we tend to get a really nice surge to the upside over the month of April. We got that again this year as well. So wheat typically has a nice month during the month of April, which we're in at the moment. Again, here is a 5, 10, and 15-year study. You can see just the lines representing the prices over the course of the year. Typically, we bottom out at the end of March. We get a nice move into April, as we've seen this year as well. The world production of wheat, essentially the top producers of wheat are currently number 1, China. Number 2 is India. Number 3, the United States. Number 4, France. Number 5, Russia. Number 6, Australia. Then Canada, Pakistan, Germany, Turkey, Ukraine, Iran, Kazakhstan, United Kingdom, and Argentina. So whether certainly you can see if there's been an impact on the crops from weather in China, India, United States, that does have an effect on the prices. So we can see there's been some severe rain over the last couple of days, which has meant it's delayed the planting season, and we've seen additional moves to the upside in corn and wheat. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll move over to the technicals because I can show you a bit more clearly on the technicals as well. We can have a look at some of the other commodities too. There's a lot going on this week. Last week was a little bit quieter in the lead up to Easter, but you can see everybody's back. Markets are moving, and there's several setups we can take a look at just tonight as well. So with that, we're going to look at 2 types of trades. We're going to look at the rise type of trade and the fall type of trade. Very straightforward. So if you select rises, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly higher than the entry price. If you select falls, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the entry price. So very, very straightforward. And I'll talk you through that now. Okay, so what I'll do, I think the best thing to do here, I'll switch my screens over to the technicals, and we can take a look at the technicals, and I can talk you through the setups which I'm seeing this evening, of which there are quite a few. Okay, so at the moment, I'm just on the corn chart currently. You can see the nice surge we've had to the upside, actually, over the course of really the last couple of days or so. So that's the corn surge we've had. Let me just start off we'll go over to here to wheat. Wheat, actually, if I just put it on the weekly, we've got a nice bounce. We've been in a relative upward trend channel this year. On wheat, we had some nice moves to the upside. I just put it on the daily here as well. We did come down, find some support just above a key moving average, a 50-day moving average. We've found some support at some Fibonacci levels here at the moment. And in actual fact, there is a nice trade to the upside on wheat right now, which I do quite like. So I'll just show you that at the moment. We can take a look. Okay, so this is the week chart. We're just in the daily at the moment. What I would look at, we've got a nice support zone here on wheat where the market's come down. It's the 50-day moving average is here. It's stayed within its upward trending channel. We've got a nice little bit of support. The weather conditions with additional rain in the US has caused a little bit of an upside move. This has got a nice doji here, which is actually the high of that has been broken out today. So what I'd be expecting now is a move back towards the upper end of this trend channel here. So I'd be looking at a move like this over the course of this week and moving into next week as well. We've had a similar move here on coffee this week, and I do like wheat at the moment for a buy. I think it's good. It's pulled back. It's given us another opportunity to get into the market. So with that, let me just show you what I'll be looking to do here. So with wheat, we'll see. I think the trade that we're going to be looking at the moment on wheat is actually going to be starting from tomorrow. So we've got 8:20 a.m. when the markets open tomorrow, and I'm going to be looking for a long position there. So the markets have closed, but as soon as they open, I want to be into this trade. So I'll look to be in that over the course of hours. We can look to be in that over the course of tomorrow. And I'll see how far I can go out to be right at the close of the day. I got it spot on first time, 8 hours out. Okay, good. So that will automatically essentially get me into the trade tomorrow. Starts on 8:20, and we'll see that I get put into that as a buy. There's an 81% payout on that. All I need is the price over the course of tomorrow, because don't forget, the market's not going to move overnight now. It's closed for the evening. So I'm getting into it as soon as the market opens tomorrow. There's a nice buy at the moment. I'm looking for that to close higher. Only needs to finish 1 pip higher in the index over the course of tomorrow, and I will win this entire trade. So I'm just going to go for that. There's a nice 81% payout, so £1,102 or $2,000 profit on that trade. So I'm just going to go ahead and place that trade. Good. So that has been done. So I'd say that is my first top trade of the day is actually on wheat at the moment. There's a nice setup actually on wheat currently. With that, we'll go over. We'll come back. Actually, no, we'll go to it now. Why not? We'll cover coffee right now. Coffee at the moment is at 2014 year highs. If I go out to the weekly, this is where we actually broke this week above the 209.20. And I'm looking for much higher prices here for coffee. Coffee's had an extraordinary year, moved over 50% to the upside in 2014 due to droughts in Brazil. 30% of coffee crops actually got wiped out in Brazil at the beginning of the year in December due to flooding and drought as well. And what we've seen here is a really nice breakout to the upside just recently. So we've broken above the 209.20 level just yesterday. And let me just show you the move that we've got at the moment. Okay, so here is the coffee chart at the moment. We've been in a very solid upward trending channel. We can see this. We had a solid trend channel previously at the beginning of the year. However, this really started to kick in to the upside towards the end of January here. And then we can see where the market has just absolutely taken off here to the upside. So you've got another trend channel here on Australian US dollar. Now we've got a nice breakout. So a lot more traders getting interested in coffee now that we've broken out of 2014 highs. You can see we've got a bit of a doji forming there on the daily at the moment. So the market has basically it's risen to the upside. The market has risen to the upside, and then we just had a little bit of a pullback, but we haven't broken back down below 209.20. So I do like that. I think it's a better price to enter into the market at the moment for the coffee market. Let me just make that a little bit clearer here. So this was the key level that we just broken above on coffee. And what I would expect, what I'm looking at now, is we've had a breakout, nice breakout, some profit taking, but a move back down, a bounce off the previous resistance, which now becomes support, and then a move just higher here. That's what I'll be looking at for the coffee market at the moment. So I do like this coffee trade as well, and I will be taking this trade too. So I'll just show you how we can do that. So I'm just going to go to, this time I'm going to go to the coffee index. Start time is going to be the same actually. Slightly heavier weighting on coffee there, but 3,000. Nice 81% payout. So you get very good payouts on these indexes. So that just needs to start when the market opens tomorrow morning. I just need it. There's been a pullback today on coffee. I'm looking for that just to finish 1 pip higher over the course of tomorrow. So I'm just going to go for that. £1,653, $3,000 payout on that. And that's going to be tomorrow starting at 8:20. Good. So that has been done. And I'll just show you the weekly as well. So the weekly, this is where we've broken out. You can see we've got past all these different Fibonacci levels as well. And you can see the next major level above is 227 here. That's what we're going to be targeting over the course of this breakout. That's the next short-term resistance level. Good. Right. So that is what we're looking at the moment on wheat and what we're looking at on coffee at the moment. I'm going to bring it also over to the core market whilst we are on the softs. You can see we actually came down. We've got a nice little trend channel here forming on the core market as well. We found support at some major Fibonacci levels. We have actually broken back above some key moving averages. It looks like there's not really much resistance here for the core market until it comes up. It's got about another 45 points or so until it finds resistance here. And by resistance, I mean a ceiling in price where traders who are long, who are in a buy position, will take some profits. We may see the market just reverse from there. But I'll be looking for the price to come up to around 508 and then 512. Those are the next key levels. You'll see there's a better price available at the moment on both coffee, and there's a better price available at the moment. You can see that we've had a bigger pullback on wheat. So I think corn, although it's been a really nice trade, it's a bit late to get into the trade now. So by all means, monitor it. If we break out above 2014 highs, this could be a nice trade to actually get into based on a break of 518.58. But right now, I think there's more scope for us to move further to the upside on both wheat and coffee. Now, let's take it back to some of our favorites here as well with the metals. I want to take a look at gold, which has had an incredible move this week. We'll take a look at silver. We'll take a look at copper. First thing you need to look at when we're looking at these markets, we need to take a look at the US dollar index. The reason being the US dollar index moves inversely to gold and silver. And you would have seen this week, we actually had a nice surge to the upside. But I just put it on the weekly. Got a nice little surge this week. The previous week, we had a big fall, found support around the 79.41 level. And we're starting to break out to the upside here on the US dollar index. So I do like this little trend channel forming here. Every time the US dollar index goes up, we see that put pressure on the gold market. You can see there's a hammer here at the moment. And what I'm looking at is essentially for this to go up tomorrow to have a move similar to, you can see it here, looking for us to get a break above 80.00, more or less 80 on the dot. We get a break above that level. This could really, there's not too much resistance here up to about the 80.50 level. And then we see gold come down some more and sell off. We've already been in short from earlier on this week on gold. And what you'll want to do is keep a lookout on gold. If you want to have some key technical levels here, we need to take out 1275. That needs to be taken out. Now, if I go way out to, let's have a look. We'll go out to the, no, we go back to the daily, actually. I think that's probably going to give you the better view at the moment. You can see here, we've almost got a low here, a bottom on the market. We are finding a bit of support here. We've got a Fibonacci level. We've also got a key moving average. This is actually a 100-day moving average, which can come in useful. Not all of the time, but it can sometimes when we have pullbacks like this. And you can see actually the 100-day moving average is sat right at the 1276 Fibonacci level, and there is a supported level here as well. I would definitely like to see this level taken out, take out all the stops below it, and just get a smooth move from gold right down from 1275 to 1262. That's what I'd like to see. We were in short from earlier on this week. Once we broke below the 200-day moving average, we also broke some technical levels. So 1275 for all of you traders who like to trade gold. This is going to be a nice move if we break 1275. If the US dollar index breaks up to the upside, gold will come down lower here. It's not ready yet, though. The trade isn't ready yet. Let's check out the 4-hour. Just consolidating around that level. I just want to see a nice clean break through 1276, and then we are in a nice sell short on that position. Looking at silver as well, very similar story here on silver. I want silver to break the low here, 1923. If we can take out, you can see that as actually the lows of 2014 as well. If we can break down low, there's really not too much to stop silver. I think there could be one level of support around about the 19 level here. That could be, so we can see a 20-point move fairly quickly. And then the next key level there is 1871. Silver looking pretty bearish here on the daily. We're coming into a bearish time of year, guys, for the metals. So May is very bearish normally, June, July. So these are a weaker time of year for the metals. They tend to start gaining strength from about late July, August, September. They really start to ramp up, but not now. This is a weak time of year for the metals. So we'll be looking for some opportunities to sell short at the moment. So looking for a break of 1923 here on silver to sell short, just a very simple binary trade, price to be lower. Now, if we take a look at copper, copper is more of an industrial metal. It's getting a little bit of support at the moment. We've been having a lot of regular pullbacks whilst we've stayed in this consolidation. There's been some good buys every time copper has pulled back to around the 3.00 level. Throughout the week, there's been some good buys on that. 3.0721, the top of that resistance channel is, we're just seeing the market consolidate. It's ricocheting just between 2.956 here up to 3.0721. We're just seeing the market continue to consolidate. I think once we can clearly break above 3.072, that is where we'll actually start to see some stronger moves to the upside here, or if we get a clean break below 2.9562. So right now, copper, you can be traded copper as well using the sectors. So for your commodity trading, you can trade on the main commodities you can trade. So you just go to commodities, you can trade gold, silver, oil, and then you want to go to sectors for your agriculture and your energy. So you can trade the agricultural sectors. You can also trade energies and metals as well. So you get exposure to the copper index via the metal sector. So if you've got any trades there, that's how you trade them on binary.com. So now we'll move over. So we've covered the metals, we've covered the agriculture markets. Let's take a look at the energies. Okay, so we are getting a bit of a breakout here at the moment on the, so look, just move that out again. I think we're going to need to just take one of these indicators off, just make it a little bit clearer for you. There we go, that's a little bit better. Oh no, it's not. 1 second. Good. Right, so what I want to show you here at the moment on the natural gas market is what I'm looking out for here is we have broken out. We've got a V-shaped reverse pattern. So essentially the market's come down, it's come up, got a nice V there, and the market has just broken out to the upside. So this is your neckline, and we're just broken up. So I'm looking, it's slow at the moment. It's a slow breakout here, but we have, this is on the weekly, I'm just looking for a nice solid breakout, a nice move up to 4.842 and a higher here, and I'm really looking for a move back up to some of the earlier highs, go into, I think it's going back to about, mid-February here. That's what I'm looking for in terms of a breakout. It's a reversal, nice V-shaped, symmetrical reversal pattern. So nat gas is another good trade here. I am actually in this currently, and I will be happy to take on an additional trade here. So let me talk you through this. So we're going to the energy sector now, sort of the agricultural sector, energy sector, and I'm just going to go to natural gas index. You'll see actually there's a pretty good payout on this, 91% on the energies here. So again, I'm actually going to be in this trade. I want to be in this trade from tomorrow, and I'm going to go for 8 hours. I'm going to get into this trade as soon as the market opens tomorrow morning, get best price, and I'm going for 91% payout here is pretty decent. So 1,566 deposit for a $3,000 payout. So I'm going to get into that nat gas. I really like it. It has confirmed my setup there. Good, and that has now been done. So you see a natural gas here again, nice V-shaped reversal pattern, got a breakout, breaking, closing above my Fibonacci level, closing above the neckline. It's a solid trade, so I'm getting into that one. WTI and Brent, we actually had the oil inventories come through today. There was a surplus of oil, which has caused quite a nice sell-off here on the oil market. So I do note we're on at the moment, just looking at WTI. Let me take a look at the Brent market as well. So Brent actually formed another hammer. We're finding a lot of support just above the 108.43 level here. We're also forming another hammer here as well. We're continuing to find support also at the 200 moving average. The price came down, bounced right up that today. You'll see it just came back down, tested it. Every time it's testing, the 200 is closing above it. Very important level for Brent at the moment. You can see we're still getting some nice moves to the upside. I do favour at the moment Brent over WTI. WTI is looking a little bit weaker here. There is a trend channel in place here on WTI. In fact, let me just stretch it out with the market. I think we could be due really a little bit of a bounce. I may actually get involved in this. Let's have a look. Okay, this chart here has got a lot of lines in it. So I'm going to do something, and we're going to just pretend that we don't have any indicators at all, and you tell me. Let me just get this chart up for you. There you go. Okay, so I'm just taking a raw chart here, and we can just make it a little bit clearer. This is what your chart normally looks like once you bring it onto your screens. We can just make a few amendments. Let's have a look. So this is what we see in terms of setup. I might need to break it down, just go down a little bit tighter on the time frame here. Nice upward trending channel here at the moment. We could draw a secondary channel. And we could draw a third channel here as well, if we take in some previous highs as well. So this is on the WTI market, just taking a raw chart. So what I'd be looking at here is either we are going to get a nice move here to the upside, and we are going to find support here, and we are going to move back to the upper end of that channel, and we are going to continue like so. That is probably the most likely way that the price is going to go at the moment. If we break there, then we're going to be headed quite a lot lower. We're going to take out stops, pivot lows here. We're going to move lower. But for the time being, I do think actually I quite like this trade for WTI. I'll bring back all my technical charts. Just wanted to give you a raw chart there to take a look at where the price is bouncing off right now. And I'll just bring that into the 4 hour, also bouncing off a nice key level. So I do actually like that WTI now that we've actually recognized that there is a key level of support here. That trend line is very important. It's around some key moving averages. So I'm going to take that trade, just a little, based on some further study there, we can take the trade. I'll have a look at taking the trade. Okay, so what we want to do here, you've got two options. We've got either we can take it through Brent or we do it through the crude index, or I do it through the crude index. Okay, so the crude index does offer a pretty good payout there, 81%. I'm just going to see if the oil market is open based on the commodities rise and fall. No, it's closed at the moment. So this is the beauty. We'll go over to the sectors. Energy sector, I'll go over to energies, look at the crude index is what we want. Okay, 81% payout. So the deposit there, $1,653 for a $3,000 payout. It's at a really good price at the moment. Just needs to finish one pip higher, and I will win the entire trade. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to go for that. Perfect. That's done. Beautiful. Good. Okay, right. So in summary, let's just go through some of the setups that we're going to see tonight and into tomorrow and towards the end of the week. the US dollar index. It's even gone up a little bit as I've been speaking there. The US dollar index looks like it's going to go higher. It's looking pretty good. Nice trend channel. Looks like it's going to break out to the upside, which will put pressure on gold and silver. If gold breaks 1275, I'm going to go short. And if silver breaks 1923, I'm going to go short. Copper really stuck in a consolidation at the moment. Natural gas is a nice buy on that at the moment. WTI, as we've just highlighted there is a buy off major trend channel at the moment. Brent looks good, but I'd wait for further confirmation on that. We'll move over to also wheat looks good for a buy at the moment. Had a nice pullback. Looks like a good buy. We look at the coffee market, had a nice broke out yesterday, and today actually reached 2014 highs, 2-year highs as well. If we take a look at the core market, it looks set to go higher, but I would rather trade it with a better entry price on wheat and coffee. So those are really the top picks. As you can see, guys, there's lots of setups to choose from tonight. There's lots going on this week. Very active week, lots of good opportunities. We've already had a lot of successful trades this week, and those are a few of the top picks that we're looking at right now. Okay, so I'll take you back to the main presentation. Okay, so so if it's your first time perhaps, or you're new to using the binary.com, if you've been using it for a while, I'm sure you are well aware of the benefits of using a very simplistic platform like this. I would say one of the probably the top tips for using binary.com is the return on time. So a lot of traders go wrong when they're trading because they mess about with their trades. They might move their stop losses, they might move their take profits, and you really, with binary.com, it keeps you fixed into a trade. You've got into that certain level. You're not going to mess about. The trade just needs to move 1 point higher or lower. With this sort of trade, just means to move either 1 point higher or lower than the price you've defined, and you win the entire trade. So you can make money, of course, regardless whether the price goes up or down. We can go for buys or sells. You make big gains even if the market only moves 1 cent in the direction you predicted. You decide how much money you want to invest. You know exactly how much you're going to profit. That's all very upfront when you take a trade. You can make money, of course, at any time from anywhere in the world, which is important. The market's a 24-hour market. All the profit you make is 100% tax-free. And really, those are the really top reasons to use the binary.com. And I will also just quickly go over the live trading room as well. So there's some of you on here actually this evening who are on also who joined the Gold and Silver Club, are benefiting from all of the services that we offer there as well. If you want to find out more about the Gold and Silver Club, to join our international trading community, how to get access to our forum, all our training videos, how to get access to the courses, and also our live trading room and our live news announcements that we trade, you can very simply find out more. Just go to www.jointhegoldensilverclub.com. You can contact us on numbers on the screen there as well for our London, New York, or Johannesburg offices, or very simply, you can email there as well, just office@thegoldensilverclub.com to request more information on our upcoming trainings. I believe we're actually fully booked at the moment for May. As far as I know, we're fully booked for May, but you can get onto the waiting list for June. We will have some information about that. So, yeah, do get in touch on the details on the screen if you'd like to find out more about that. And, of course, there's the form to fill out. And, of course, do make sure you subscribe to our newsletter as well at thegoldensilverclub.com. You'll get regular news every week on all the major commodities, on the energies, on the agricultural markets, and you'll also get all the news updates on the metals as well. So do make sure you take advantage of that as well. Okay, and also before I go here as well, before we wrap up, here a lot of you already join us for the Commodities Corner. If you haven't been on that yet, we'll be back with you this Friday, 12:30 BST, British Summer Time. I'll just put the link here at the bottom. So this is the link to subscribe to the Commodities Corner. So you can join us every Friday as we analyze the markets. You'll join us at Friday, 12:30 BST. So make sure you join us there if you'd like to be involved in our live trading that we do there as well. And guys, that is a wrap for tonight. Hope you enjoyed tonight's webinar all on wheat and the commodities. I mean, well done to everybody for taking half an hour out of their evening to learn a little bit more about the commodities markets. Wish you luck with your trading for this week, and we'll catch those of you who are joining us for Commodities Corner on Friday at 12:30 BST. Okay, guys, take care. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers, everybody, and thanks to Binary.com and the team. Cheers. Bye-bye.